Hey guys, I'm Vanna, and today we're going to do an install video of this EAG rear bumper. So the cool thing about this rear bumper is it does not have a rear tire dip. I don't run a rear tire, I just have a delete plate, so this will work out really good for me. It also has LED lights mounted in the bumper already, which is really cool for off-roading, being on the trail, trying to see behind you, that kind of thing. So before we got started on the install, I thought we would go through the stuff that's in the box. Kind of make sure you have everything together. For me, before I do an install, I like to lay everything out and make sure it's organized and I have everything that I need. So this bumper comes with these plastic LED light surrounds. There's black ones on the bumper already, and then they come with a yellow and red. The accent color on my Jeep is green, so I'll probably end up painting these yellow ones to match that, but I'm not gonna worry about it right now. The bumpers also come with these mounting brackets. So this is an L-shaped one. You get two of these, and it's really just to make sure you get the bumper on there and secured good. You don't have to do any drilling or cutting to the frame or the Jeep, which is just cool. It's nice to not have to worry about it. You also get these shackles, so those will look sharp. And they send you the wiring harness for the LED lights. This actually has a switch and a relay. So if you don't have a switch panel, this would be great. I do have a switch panel, so I'm just gonna wire the lights to that. So the tools that you need for this are pretty simple. You need an 18mm socket, and that's for this hardware. And then you're gonna need a 15mm socket to remove the bumper that's on your Jeep right now. I'm probably gonna end up using a breaker bar because as I talked about those bolts being a little sad from being in upstate New York, they might be a little tough to get off. So that's it. That's everything in the box. Let's go pull in the wagon and get started. All right. So we got the wagon in here, and we're gonna get started. It's a little chilly here. I think we're at like 19 degrees, so bear with me. So there are 4 bolts behind this hitch here. There are 2 bolts on this side and 2 bolts on that side. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you where those are. They're actually on the outside of the bumper, which actually makes it a little bit easier. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is pull down my light hookup. Guess I should have looked at that first. So the first thing I'm going to do is I have trailer hitch. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove my wiring for my tow package. So it's mounted to the bumper right now. It just pulls down. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so this is the wiring, and this was the bracket. So it just popped in there, kind of like twist it and pull it down, and it comes down. So we got that. Don't worry, we're replacing the exhaust system this summer. All right, so now on this side, we got 2 bolts. So the brackets look like this. We're going to focus on replacing these 2 bolts here. And the other side is the same, so let's go over there quick. Same thing, we're gonna replace these 2 bolts. Sorry, not replace, remove. So to go over this again, we have 4 bolts in the center, 2 bolts on the outside left, and 2 bolts on the outside right. All right, so we got each side done. Now, there is a bolt on the inside here and here. So you're gonna use that same socket to go ahead and get those off, and then we should be able to pull this off. So I had to go and run to the store because I have an 18mm socket, but it was too long, so I had to go get a smaller one. These bolts behind the hitch here are very close to your exhaust and whatnot, so you're going to want to make sure that you have a smaller 18mm socket for that. Alright, so we only have one more bolt left for this, so we'll go ahead and get that off. And I'm going to chuck it just because this bumper actually has a hitch point on it, so I don't have to worry about that. So that's the last bolt. Alright, well, and this should just slide down. I'm going to hit it with the hammer a couple of times. So there's that. So we don't need that anymore. Put that to the side. All right. So now let's clean up our mess. All right. So now that our bumper is off and all the old hardware and everything like that is done, we can go ahead and put on the new one. So you are going to do two things. So in these holes, you're going to slide these mounting brackets in. You're going to do the L facing inward. So it's just going to go just like that. And you'll see there's holes on this side of your frame, and they should line up pretty good. So there's that. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do the other side as well. Alright, looks good. So when you line up your EAG bumper, you're going to want to put in your screws and your washers, and kind of like hand tighten them and then end up tightening them with your 18mm socket. It is very helpful to have a friend for this point. But what you're going to do is you're going to have your bolt and then your flat washer followed by your locking washer. And we'll go just like that. All right, let's get it on. Side bolts on, and they're not tightened all the way, but they're pretty tight. I want to get this bottom bracket on first, which will hold it up a little bit better. So you're going to take this bracket. It's going to go on the inside, so underneath and above, and you are going to secure it using this 18mm bolt with a washer. It's going to go through the bracket. So now we are going to just tighten the bolts on each side and hook up the lights and we'll be good to go. So now let's put on the shackles. And then I'm just gonna tighten them with a screwdriver.